You're wandering through Minta, minding your own business. I feel like I say Minta different every time. What is it? I would assume it's Minta, so let's go with that. When you are suddenly grabbed and pulled into a shadowy doorway. You seriously consider biting the hand clamped firmly over your mouth when someone says, "It's all right, Rune. It's only me. Just don't scream, eh?" You nod, recognizing the gruff voice of Daros, the captain's second in command. He lets you go carefully and motions for you to be quiet. I know the captain wants you in on this one, but he didn't think it was right to take you away from your studies. Seeing as you're here anyway, he grins and pauses melodramatically. How do you feel about being part of something big? You grin back and assure him that nothing would make you happier. As the two of you walk towards the headquarters, Darius explains to you what's going on. Apparently, Captain let one of the thieves from the manor robbery escape and had him trailed. They led the way back to the Black Rose safe house, something that none of the militia expected. This is a prize to end all prizes, the Black Rose Fellowship, where the most feared assassins and thieves in Illumia gather, and the captain knows where they are. I'll let him explain your part in this to you himself, Daros finishes, ushering you into the captain's office. The captain seems to be deep in thought, fiddling with the quill holder again, but he looks up and greets you pleasantly. "Ah, so you've joined us after all, I suppose. Daros has filled you in on what has been going on?" You nod. "Good. The thing is, I rather suspect that the leaders wouldn't be fooled enough to trust to just secrecy to keep me from surprising them. I think they'll have traps in the vicinity. I want you to come along and make sure my men aren't caught in anything even remotely magical. Is that clear?" This is the role I was made to play. Negation magic all the way. Yes. You nod. Unless you're very much mistaken, the captain seems more worried about preoccupied now than before, something obviously preying on his mind. Your job is to stay with a group of militia and scout out the grounds around the safe house for traps. I do not want you to do anything else. This is a dangerous business, my friend. He dismisses you with a curt gesture, and Daros meets you outside with instructions to be back at the headquarters at dusk. When you arrive at the meeting place, the captain assigns you 3 large militiamen for an escort and assigns all 4 of you to be back of the group as you move out. He leads from the front, dressed in a gray suit, obviously specially made for occasions when the bright blue and gold of the militia uniform would be more of a hindrance than a help. The rest of the militia are dressed in the same gray, and you begin to wish you had thought to bring your camouflage cloak. Wouldn't you still be suspicious if everyone's wearing the same gray attire? Finally, the militia halt just outside the town. You find yourself standing on the edge of a small field. A large, nondescript house is placed awkwardly in the middle of the field, and as you look at it, it seems to almost shuffle its feet in embarrassment. The captain beckons your small group to join him at the head of the troops, and he points to the patch of bare ground between the militia and the house. "That's it. Once we're over the field, we should be all right." You nod in agreement and begin inching towards the field. Okay, how are you going to do this? So, I have, two green options out of 3, which is good. Concentration, use 1 massive dispel to clear the field. It might be dangerous if there are any defensive spells. Or negation methods, reverse these spells and make them attack the Black Rose members inside the building. One of these makes a lot of sense in what I'm supposed to be doing. This other option, I believe, is more Rune Slugabed style. You step cautiously out into the field and draw your wand. You have serious doubts about how well you're going to be able to do this. After all, this is the Fellowship of the Black Rose. They're hardly likely to have simple spells that someone of your magical level will be able to disarm. Still, the badge on your tunic says that you have to try. So you string together the necessary themes and begin to form the spell. You have a plan. If there are any spell traps in the field, a simple repel spell should send them rebounding onto the Fellowship of the Black Rose. You hope, of course, if they should have happened to have put up defensive spells in place, this would set them off. You take a breath to steady your shaky nerves and raise your wand. The fiends are ready, and the spell is ready, and you're ready. You cast the spell and shut your eyes. There is a gentle whoosh, like a faint breeze, and you can feel the subtle release of magic into the air. It worked! A greenish haze sweeps over the field, and the houses shake. You think you can hear someone shout out, and you smile to yourself and nod to the militia guards standing next to you. Little do they know that if you set off some kind of defensive spell, it could very well have damaged you all. You return to the captain and report your success. He nods and motions for his men to start converging on the safe house. Stay here, he says to you sharply, and you nod. After what seems like an eternity in the dark, you hear the sounds of shouting and the loud crashes. Something's going on in the house. You peek through the bushes and see the ancient windows shimmer with light and shadow. The noise is terrible, as though someone had started a full-scale war, and you wish you could be of some use. However, you know that the captain expects you to obey your orders and stay put. Finally, after one last explosion of noise, all is quiet. Figures in uniform leave the building and march back to where you're standing, and you are intensely relieved to see that everyone seems to be present. The captain is there at the front. The right side of his uniform is slashed open, and you can see the red of a shallow wound. He is holding some papers and talking in a low voice to Daros, but you overhear a few words. This is a link to that dragon-blasted coaster he's in on, but why would he be hiring out the Black Roses? And here, more surprising, I can't believe Orso Orsi would, but that's here. What? What's our headmaster doing? He stops when they reach you and claps you on the shoulder heartily. He seems both less worried and more puzzled at the same time, but the action seems to have broken the tension that he has had him as grouchy as a two-headed troll for the last few days. Well done! We couldn't have made it in without you. Of course, the Rose members are claiming immunity, but we've got some very pretty evidence here. He looks down at the papers and his face clouds for a moment, but then he shakes it off. And I am going to buy everyone a drink at the tavern, you included. Yeah, let's get drunk, said the 10-year-old boy. They'll probably give me like a Coke or something, or whatever the medieval drink would be. Milk, I guess. The militia cheer loudly, and as you all trek back towards Minta, you wonder what could have been in those papers. I'm more surprised that you can't click on Orso Orsi here. Usually they let you check out the name. But I already know that's our the principal or headmaster of the school, so. Let's see. Character study is now level 10, and it is the maximum. We've added Emperor Piercing Look. Decreases composure, courage, and confidence. So useless to me, thanks. And we also raised our brute strength by 1, which is nice, I guess. Let's see. Tallulah succeeded at competing. You increase your negation spells by 2. Which... Was my negation not all the way up? Oh yeah, my negation spells isn't all the way up. Well, we should fix that. I know exactly what we're doing tomorrow then. Prudence has succeeded hanging out inside the college on herself and sharing Warrington. Netta succeeded using flies to honey on herself and Krillo. Get ready for astrology, puzzles, Okay, Evelyn succeeded at using, tried to solve the block puzzle. That should be pretty good for her. She probably got merit for that. Oh god, we're getting news about Tabin now? When did this happen? Writing horoscopes on himself and this chick. And Lambert Did not succeed at practicing music. Okay, so first of all, I already know I want to do library Longshade. We're going to increase negation. Character studies all the way up, but I should have a ability with my reminder sheet. I just may have to look into something, though. I don't know if it's here or... There's so many options here. Alright, I don't see it here, so let us try putting the reminder sheet wherever the reminder sheet's supposed to go. Book, food, games, insignia, miscellaneous. It's not a necklace. Huh. Well, it doesn't go in any of these, so... it just means I'm blind then. Double check this. I'm pretty sure I saw it in the other one, but it might be here. There's also a bit of me that wonders if it's named something different than reminder sheet. This is by far the biggest hassle. Read, root, run, scour. And this is all alphabetical order. Oh my god. Oh, I could just go to use item. Oh my god, I am such an idiot. So we're going to use the reminder sheet, and we're going to use adventure. And hopefully we can do prudences. But first I'm going to save just in case. Alright, so first we're going to do negation spells. We're going to do beguile and character study. I'm going to watch this over here. I'm hoping because we do the reminder sheet before the adventure will get the character study increase as well. And this should be called do party planners. It's weirdly how proud I am that I wrote down all the names for the adventures that we're doing. Like, it takes nothing, but for some reason I'm like, that was really clever. When it's really not. Okay, so first of all, character study is 12. It's blue here. Hopefully it goes through. Blue should be like 75% chance, I believe. I've been playing a lot of XCOM, so I keep thinking like a 75% chance is like a really good hit, but it might not be. Thrilled with your latest victory, you and Prudence decide to check out the venue where you'll be holding your meeting. When you open the door, Prudence gasps. You're horrified. The room is decorated as though it's a rainbow sanctuary. Actually, no, that would be too complimentary. It's more of a cutthroat, competitive, it's us or them vibe that has been permanently affixed to this place. I'm not going to read the rest of this because I've already done it. Let's see. There's a win or lose. Winning is everything. Losing. Upon closer examination, you notice a list of students' names on two posters. One notes the most popular, and the other one lists the least popular. Who does that? Prudence says, a sneer forming on her face. That sneer soon turns into a smile. Ah, I see I'm 7th on the least popular list, she says proudly. Not bad for her first year. She sighs, although I suppose we'll have to redecorate. I mean, I don't care about these silly posters, but I think they'll damage the atmosphere. You agree, you try to pry it off, it doesn't happen. She gets frustrated, and then we're going to use character study to ask Prudence what she thinks would be the best way to do this. Perhaps Prudence will know what to do. After all, she's tough and smart. When you ask, she seems almost shy. I don't know, she murmurs. Why don't you solve it? You don't have you have a strange feeling that she knows what to do. You then pretend you're absolutely stumped, letting the awkward silence grow with every second. Well, I think I may know a spell that could help, she says, but I don't want to do all the work. I've been doing all the work this whole time so far. Come on. Flattery. Encourage Prudence to try her spell. You tell Prudence that she should try the spell. She says. Are you just trying to dump all the work on me? Huh? You've been working hard, and this is her idea to begin with. Before you unleash your rant, however, you decide to bite your tongue. Smart. From the way she's folding her arms and shifting from side to side, you can see Prudence is nervous. You never would have guessed she'd have confidence issues. But you think she's probably scared the spell will fail, and that's why she's acting so obstinate. You give her a little smile and tell her, yes, you're tired from all your classes, and you hope she would be able to remove the posters on her own. She sighs. I suppose I could try. She draws the themes and all the offensive posters fall to the ground. It worked! I can't believe it! I mean, there. I hope you're happy now. Oh. I always get confused when there's a second, adventure part thing here because it shows the old one. Whilst glancing at the new parchment pages of Witches Weekly, you spot a shelf on the other side of the shop about to fall. Oh, that's it. Okay. Athletics. Dramatically throw yourself beneath the self to save the people and the property. Engineering. Quickly look for the problem. Well, let's go with athletics. We're good at it. You dashed across the shop and press yourself against the shelf just before it falls. The shopkeep says, I knew that was bound to happen. He gets his tool belt and secures the bracket so you can move away from it. If you knew... What? Well, maybe his tool belt was in the back or something. Fine, whatever. I'm just saying, if you knew it was going to happen, why didn't you fix it before opening the shop? But whatever. Maybe he did fix it and it got loose and he needs to replace the nails and something. I don't know. I like how I get a little exasperated at this fictional thing. So negation went up. It's now level 10. I can bring it up further, which we shall do. We also increased our traps. Reminder sheet, and we got through party planners. Tulula used compete. You tried to increase your flattery skill, but you are already at maximum. I wish if this happened, it would increase your maximum of the skill. But whatever, it's fine. Netta had a bad day. Let's see. Lambert used explore. Evelyn did not really do anything. Prudence hung out with herself and Lambert. Interesting. Hey, she succeeded at using practice magic on herself. Good for her. And Casper was bedridden, because that's all he's good at.